On Wednesday, May 14th, nations from across Turtle Island came together on Parliament Hill to rally against Bills C-33 and C-10 and support for a national inquiry into murdered and missing women and children. Kahnawà had a considerable contingency on hand, and KTV was there.
We are gathered here, many chiefs from across the country, meeting in a Confederacy setting since this morning, and the chiefs have committed to remain here until they have a clear position on C-33.
Well, I'm here for two reasons. One, there's a Confederacy of Nations meeting taking place just down the road from here, where a number of chiefs from across the country are gathering to discuss Bill C-33, the First Nations Control over Education Act, which Kahnawà strongly opposes, which most First Nations strongly oppose. Now we're trying to have more of a pre-meeting for meetings that are taking place in 2 weeks from now, where all the chiefs across the country are going to gather to discuss their common position on the bill itself. But right now it seems pretty clear that it's almost unanimous that we're rejecting the bill from Kahnawà, from Quebec, and across the country. The message is kill the bill and no compromise.
In our community, education has been run by the women, by the parents, and by the community for almost 50 years successfully. We have high school graduation rates equal to or better than the average in Quebec. We control our education in Kahnawà because we are making good Mohawk citizens. We are not making citizens for the Canadian government. And that's what you should be looking at. You need to make sure that you have control over your education so you can make good citizens of the nations that you belong to. It's political. I'm sorry. Everything they're doing is terminating us. And if you don't get it, then you're in the boat, you're not in the canoe.
I'm Wayne Rice. I teach at Survival School. I'm here for the kids. I'm here for the kids who aren't even born yet. And I mean, if this doesn't stop now, what's going to be like in 30 years' time? The messages that they're getting across, that's what the government needs to hear. It's one thing to, quote-unquote, consult a few people. It's another thing to get a whole pile of people here to let them know what's going on.
My name is Adrian Pelche, and I'm from Comicong Unceded Indian Reserve, and I'm here to raise the issue of missing and murdered Aboriginal women in Canada, and apparently there's over 1,000 missing and murdered Aboriginal women, and I think that the government needs to call a national inquiry.
My name is Lori Reed. I live in Six Nations, and I'm here to stop the Bill C-10. I'd like to say they have to stop this because there's over 2,000 people that work in the tobacco industry on Six Nations. There's going to be a lot of people without jobs, and what's the government going to do? Give them money? No, they're not going to do anything. This is wrong what they're doing.
We cannot continue to be oppressed. We cannot continue on this road of genocide. We need to develop plans. Canada needs to be aware. The Parliament of Canada really needs to be put on notice that they cannot and we will not condone this further imposed agenda of assimilation and oppression. Our people across this land are tired of this imposition, and we will do it, what would the word be, precipitously, in a planned way. We will do it strategically. We will shut down this country economically, and we will do that so that we're not compromising ourselves in any legal criminal courts. We will do that in a way that's going to cause the least amount of harm to the average Canadians, but we have to put a stop to this oppressive genocidal government of Canada.
So again, I think it needs to be said that we will come back here if we feel that government continues failing our peoples. So again, for the children, for our peoples, for our teachers, control of education, control of First Nation education has to be the #1 priority for all of us.
One more time, we want to send that message loud and clear to these chiefs. Let me hear you.